The first case study is somebody who has 7 cards across personal and business. They have 5 personal credit cards and 2 business credit cards. They're about to get their 3rd by the end of the month, their 3rd business credit card. They have $100,000 invested sitting in their checking savings accounts with Bank of America. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Wallet Monkey channel. Let's grow your wallet. Today, we're going to cover inside and out Bank of America, personal side, business side a little bit, and share some recent data points. Of course, credit whales in the background have been feeding me more information and more intel, which I bring to you. And that is kind of part of the deal, right? Like, there's not a lot of channels that are getting intel like this. And the whole deal is very simple. It's just, hey, take this and share it. Your job as a viewer, if you like this information, is just share this with your friends, family, etc. And so more people view this and the education level within the credit game becomes higher. That's it. Like, that's all we ask for. Cool? Comment below if you like that, or comment below if this is your first time to the channel. So let's talk about Bank of America. Crazy thing is, I'm looking to the channel and I'm realizing yet again, we don't have a dedicated video to Bank of America. Now, we've got all kinds of data point videos, and obviously I've brought up personal stories and approvals and data points that from me and my side of it, but let's take another look, right? Bank of America, I think it gets a bad rap, right? Just like US Bank, and it's because it is difficult to get in with Bank of America. Like, you're gonna be capped on the amount of cards you can get if you don't have a banking relationship with Bank of America. I think it's capped at like actually 2 cards per 12 months or 24 months. If you do have a banking relationship, that opens you up even more. And then the more money you have in a banking relationship, you can really start to squeeze and get the juice out of the lemon, right? So anyways, let's go through their lineup. They've actually got some really great subs going on. And so look, we got this little flashy new offer thing going on. They've cranked out new subs on a lot of stuff. So let's cover that first, and then we'll get into the data points. 3% cash back in your category of choice, 2% cash back at grocery and wholesale clubs on the first 2,500 combined choice category purchases each quarter, then 1% on all others, right? Your choice categories include gas, online shopping, dining, travel, drugstores, home improvement, furnishings. You can change it once each calendar month, or make no change and it stays the same. Now, what's crazy about the sub offers that they got going on right now is it's 0% APR for the first 18 billing cycles on any balance transfer made within the first 60 days. Now, we just uploaded a video where we talked about there was 0% APR for 18 months on transactions within the first 552 days. That's insane. Go and watch that video if you haven't. It's about Elan Financial. Absolutely incredible sauce. That is, and of course, go figure, it gets like no views. So we make like stupid videos and they get tons of views, and then we make like super serious video that's gonna help a ton of people and nobody watches. So anyways, yeah, 0%. They've got this same offer on this card and this card and this one too, right? Yep, and this one right here. Here's the other kicker to it, right? Preferred Rewards members earn 25 to 75% more cash back on every purchase. That means the 3% choice category could go up to 5.25%, and the 2% at grocery stores and wholesale clubs could go up to 3.5% on that first 2,500. This is absolutely insane. And like, I don't hear anyone talking about this. You know, everyone's so wrapped up in Chase and Amex and, you know, all the other big guys that they completely forget about Bank of America. This card is great for cash rewards. That's the 3%. This is like your everyday 1.5% on everything. I think this one is your low APR card, save on interest. Yeah, that looks like your low APR card. And then this is another banger, the travel rewards. Earn 1.5 points for every $1 that you spend everywhere. It's got the 0% offer on it as well. The preferred members stack up, which if we look at preferred member rate, the preferred rewards program is our way of rewarding you for what you already do, blah, 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 banking and investing with Merrill and BOA, right? So there's requirements here. So gold tier is holding 20K to 50K, 3-month combined average on your daily balance. Here's platinum honors, and then diamond tier, right? So this has a lot to do with how you're rewarded is based off how much you're keeping in your bank account, right? So here's gold tier benefits. You see, look at all this. 25% rewards bonus on eligible Bank of America credit cards. 5% interest rate booster on Bank of America Advantage savings account. It goes on and on and on. Exchange rate discount for mobile and online orders, plus free standard shipping, 1% discount. So you'll want to read through this and of course scroll all the way down to the bottom because we got these little numbers right here. You want to scroll all the way down to the bottom and read all of this. Okay, find out what qualifying purchases are, find out exactly all the details. Look at this. That's what you want to read, okay? Spend your time reading that. All right, anyway, moving on. They've got some great cards. So here's your premium rewards, 50,000 online bonus point offer, $500 value. Now, we're gonna come back to this, but these rewards points can be more powerful than you realize, and you're gonna find that out in just a minute. Okay, so that's that. So the first thing we're gonna do, come on over and do, is we're gonna go to walletmonkey.io, master credit card lender list. This is looking pitiful. We need to update this. We got a ton of new data points, so this will get updated soon. This was pulling EQ and TU, TransUnion, and then we've got some of the co-brand cards. Looks like they're pulling Experian and TransUnion as well, but we got some updates here. So we'll get into that in just a second. So now let's pull up some data points. All right, so here we go. We got two here, top and bottom, and you're seeing it all on the screen, but don't read ahead, don't cheat, okay? Stick with me here and let's go through it one at a time. The first case study is somebody who has 7 cards across personal and business. They have 5 personal credit cards and 2 business credit cards. They're about to get their 3rd by the end of the month, their 3rd business credit card. So they have a ton of intel on Bank of America. Next, they have $100,000 invested sitting in their checking savings accounts with Bank of America. They're gonna flex on the rules more. They're gonna get more than you. Understand that, okay? So don't take this as like this is for everybody, because some of this, and I'll tell you where I know of anyways, where some of these rules don't apply to them because they're holding so much money. And obviously some stuff that I don't know, right? So the first biggest one is that he gets 0.75% reward bump on his rewards. So like on a 1.5% card, he's dang near 3%. You know, and that's what we were talking about just a second ago on the credit cards page, is that some of these rewards end up being way more because of what he's, the additional rewards that he gets, right? Another huge thing that I don't know if this is new or what, but he said when he called in a couple months ago, he couldn't get this done, and now he can, is he can transfer reward points from any card to any other card, basically. Any card, any account, it can be transferred as cash, statement credit, deposit into a checking, a savings account. It can be sent card to card. The only thing you can't do it with the co-branded airline cards. That's it, right? But everything else, you can basically move it. So you can move it from a poor redemption credit card to a better redemption credit card. Because I mean, he's got 5 cards, so he can do quite a bit more than the average person, right? If you got 1 card, then you don't really care about this. But if you've got multiple cards and you're invested in this ecosystem, like you can move this from a poor redemption card to a great redemption card. That I found insanely interesting, and that must be fairly new, right? The second fairly new thing is that when he was on the phone with the agent recently, they said that they can serve him on the personal and business side. This is new. What that means is twofold. First off, people assume that you need to have like a established relationship on the business side as the personal side, like in terms of your deposit history, etc., to get the max amount of cards per year. I don't think this is true, because if the agents are able to represent you and support you on both the personal and business side, that means that they're going to be looking at the personal and business side. So I don't know how true that is anymore. I know that I'm going to show you some data in a second from 2019. They looked at it separate with the business relationship that you had and the personal relationship and the deposit history, right? So anyways, keep that in mind. Okay, so the next big thing to talk about is that he's actually got over $100,000 in total credit limit, TCL, when he shouldn't. Unless you're holding $10 million in holdings, your max exposure should be $99,999, basically $9,999. That should be your max exposure. But he recently got the travel rewards. They were supposed to reallocate from one of his cards to another one, and they only pulled $5,000 off an old card, and then they gave him an additional $4,800. So that pushed him over the edge, and he's actually now sitting at $105,000 in TCL, which he should not be able to have. Now, we don't know if they're going to claw that back. I say probably not. He's got so many data points, and he's doing so much business with them now. I don't think they care. Anyways, I think I covered this already, but they pulled Experian, except for the Spirit co-brand card. They pulled TransUnion, and he's in Georgia. So I think that's everything with that. Even what I just shared with you is huge. Right? The fact that now we're getting some of these pieces bridged together with how the rewards points can get used and redeemed, as well as how the agents can serve you, that right there is a game changer, right? I don't hear anyone talking about that. Next, Hector, shout out to you, my friend, from the community. He's got this data point right here, which I thought was really, really interesting too. He's got both a personal and business relationship with BOA prior to applying with them. We're going to get more into this in the rules in just a second. The way I did it was very unusual. I initially applied for the business cash rewards card as a sole proprietor online. This is the game, by the way. Like, if you want to start getting business credit, everyone is completely misunderstanding this and thinking that you need to go out and create all these entities and these LLCs and start making money. blah, blah, blah. Like that is a way to do it, but a sole proprietor is just a way for you to trade under your social security name, under your name, same address, same information that you would put as if it was a personal card. But the difference is that they're looking at you like a business, so you're gonna get higher reward limits. Like this is literally the business model that Fund and Grow, the guys who charge you who knows how much at this point to get you, $50,000 to $150,000 in business credit. They call it business credit, even though, it technically is, but it's all they're doing is getting you sole proprietor cards, right? I know people who've gone through it, like 5 people who've gone through it. He got the business cash rewards card as a sole proprietor, instant approval online for $4,000 limit. Then 5 days later or so, he went in and opened up in person at a local branch, business checking under a year-old LLC. While sitting across the desk, the banker asked me if I wanted to apply for the business credit card as well for that brand new LLC that he was just setting up a bank account for. He said, yeah, sure, go for it. There was no instant approval on the second business card. However, 3 to 5 days later, BOA called me to verify my business info. From there, I was approved for a $1,000 limit under the new LLC. Now, I've had this experience as well. Let me insert my personal story, which I've shared many times on the channel. Got a $5,000 card as a sole proprietor with no previous business experience, no previous deposits or any banking history with BOA at all. And then opened up a brand new LLC, didn't even have a DUNS number. This thing, it was fresh off the boat, as they say. And I think was approved for a $3,000 card. And that was probably only because the previous relationship, which at that point was, I think 2 or 3 months old. That's it. Data points here, they hard pulled TransUnion once for both applications. His FICO 8 was sitting at a 734, no derogatories, 14 inquiries at the time of application, which is considered a lot, and DTI was 2%. So this kind of backs up, and we've talked about this quite a bit, is like if you've got a great credit score and you've got good yearly income that is stated and you can back up, is inquiries, and if you've got large deposits, inquiries tend to not matter. All right, so let's share some images. Now we're gonna go with the first case study that I showed you. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 personal cards, the Travel Rewards being the latest one, and then 1, 2 business cards. Ignore these 2 right here. 1, 2 business accounts right here. We have the advanced unlimited cash rewards and the customized cash rewards. But yeah, absolutely insane, right? And here is a look at the credit score. Again, just to show you proof that they pulled Experian. This is from October 10th, just a couple days ago. 775 was the score at the time. They pulled Experian. Here's what that letter looked like. Again, stamped at October 12th, everything else blurred out. Let's see what else we got here. Here's just a quick look through the cards. Bang, bang, boom, boom, boom. Boom. And then there's all of them again. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you is, let's come on over to doctorofcredit.com. Absolutely love this site. I have no clue how they update as much information as they do. I'm insanely jealous. Would love to see that with walletmonkey.io. But this information is a little bit old. Some of this is true. Those who have a deposit account with Bank of America, 6 new cards in the last 12 months is tolerated. Once you get to 7 and above, then they tend to deny you. That I think is true. It just is going to depend on how much you have deposited. So that will vary a little bit, right? Just like what we saw, like the cap is supposed to be 99,000, but you saw he's got 105,000 now. Okay, for everyone else that has no banking relationship, it's 2 new cards in the last 12 months. I think, again, these are still relatively correct. 2 to 3 new cards if you have no relationship, and 6 or 7 if you do. If you have $250K with Bank of America, be able to bypass 7 by 12. That's probably not true, but it's probably, again, close to that. Any amount of money in the bank gets you bumped to 7 to 12 level. I think, again, this is wrong. I think you have to have a large amount of money in there for them to probably really start to relax on these rules. We see this time and time again with institutions, is like the rules aren't set in stone. I constantly have to tell you that, is because we hear all this information passed around in videos and sites and stuff like that. And so you think like, oh, well, I got 6 by 24, so I guess I can't get a Chase card. Oh, well. And then you just quit and give up. When you can call the reconsideration line, and if that's a store card, you can get it removed, or you can, if it's on the business side, you can talk to a business relationship manager and get that, sidestep that. If you go deposit 50K, you can sidestep that. So same thing with Bank of America. This stuff is not set in stone. It tends to be just like a rule of thumb, right? Like a bumper. That's Bank of America. I know that was a lot, but hopefully you got something out of this. I'd love to hear your data points in the comments below, or if you got something else to say, I'd love to hear from you. And check this out. 60% of you watching this right now are still not subscribed to the channel, which is crazy. Take a second, subscribe. This is what we continue to do. And we need to spread this message to more and more people, right? We got a long way to go, my friends, a long way to go. Shout out to Patreons. You're gonna see them on the screen right now. They help just support us every single month so we can continue to do what we do. And that's it. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.